was a rainy Friday evening when I found myself scrolling through online classifieds, hunting for a good deal on workout equipment. The prices of new weights and machines had always been steep, so I decided to give Craigslist a try. Though it wasn't my go-to shopping platform, I had heard stories of people snagging incredible bargains. After a few days of casual browsing, I stumbled upon a listing that seemed too good to be true. A set of weights, exactly what I was looking for, posted just a few hours ago by someone named Mary. Excitement rushed through me as I fired off an email expressing my keen interest. Mary replied within minutes, agreeing to meet at her place that very night after her work shift at 7 p.m. Despite the lateness of the hour, I was eager to seize the opportunity. Mary promptly shared her address, which I promptly Googled to get a sense of the location. It was a mere 20-minute drive away, in a quaint neighborhood that struck me as familiar. An old friend had once lived nearby. The house was unremarkable except for its age, appearing rather old. There was nothing overtly odd or suspicious about the place. Nightfall came, and I embarked on the drive to Mary's. The house stood at the end of a cul-de-sac, and I parked alongside it near the mailbox. The front door was slightly ajar, and I hesitated to simply walk in. Knocking gently on the open door, I waited for someone to answer. After a moment, a man appeared, greeting me with an enthusiastic but oddly delayed response. "Hi there. I was supposed to meet with Mary about some workout equipment from Craigslist," I explained. His face brightened and he invited me in, explaining that Mary was upstairs changing out of her work clothes. This raised a red flag, but his demeanor seemed sincere and reassuring, so I followed him into the living room. There, I spotted the weights on the floor, but nothing else. No furniture, no decorations, just an empty room. I voiced my concerns, observing that there were fewer plates than I'd seen in the listing photos. He smiled once more, assuring me that Mary might know the whereabouts of the missing plates. Then he just stood there gazing at me, his smile turning unsettling. Growing increasingly uncomfortable, I asked him to check on Mary to inform her of my arrival. He paused for a moment before reluctantly agreeing, heading upstairs. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was awry, and I listened intently for any sign of conversation. After a few seconds of eerie silence, I cautiously approached the base of the stairs and glanced upwards. The man stood at the top, staring blankly at the wall, seemingly pretending he had gone to speak with someone. Panic gripped me as the realization set in that I might be ensnared in a dreadful situation. I decided to make a swift exit, attempting to leave discreetly without drawing his attention. But as I turned to the front door, I heard heavy footsteps descending the stairs. He called out for me to wait, his tone filled with urgency, while I rushed outside and into my car. Oddly, as I sped away from the scene, I noticed the man darting out of the front door and around the side of the house, heightening my sense of dread. I pulled over trembling and dialed the police, recounting the eerie encounter in the hopes they could unravel the sinister mystery. However, I couldn't help but wonder about the man's sinister intentions. Officers visited my home later and informed me that the house I had visited had been uninhabited for over a year, sending shivers down my spine. I provided them with a description of the man, but apart from that, there was little to aid their investigation, save for the weights that had been placed in the vacant house, potentially carrying fingerprints. The incident left me both shaken and uneasy. I couldn't shake the feeling that the man might still be out there, attempting to lure unsuspecting victims into deserted homes. However, I was grateful that I had managed to escape before whatever sinister plan he had hatched could be set in motion.